Yeah, I have something to share. More so in like a general sense here, nothing too specific, but something that I've been becoming aware of on the real side. It always happens. This always happens, but at certain times I notice, sort of like in waves, I become more aware of it, as opposed to other times, and that is, it's always like a testing of myself in all these different little situations, and I notice that's been taking place a lot on the real side lately. Again, just seeing it in all these little different situations, these social situations. If somebody's getting picked on and I got to say something, or like I myself have to stand up for myself, and there's all these different situations that come about, and they sort of show me kind of what to do, because I just kind of decide something. And like, for example, somebody's getting picked on, I'll say something, or even myself again, I'll say something also. And something very, very interesting happened the other day. It always seems to be when I'm either taking a bath or taking a shower. There's something about the water that sort of really opens up my awareness to be able to see things really clearly, as if I'm watching like a movie. And so I was in the shower the other day, and I was just standing under the water. And all of a sudden, it was like I was in a room. I was in a room with these I guess they were like officers or detectives, and they were having me take a polygraph test to see if I was lying. And it was a whole situation to where I needed to be able to get through the testing and keep my cool demeanor, not be reactive, or not like feel like stressed out about it. And I noticed that's been coming in waves, even now during the physical waking state, or the physical awake state here, that I get these little views, and it's like I'm in these different situations, and they're almost like rehearsals. I'm being rehearsed in all these different situations, even ones where it seems like I'm a detective and I'm asking the questions and other things. It's like I'm going right along with them, and it's kind of fun actually. It's like I'm playing all these little different roles. So that's just something I wanted to share. I thought it was interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, cool, Jeremy. So all these things, I go through them too, all kinds of funny stuff, so many different scenarios, and it is really to help us prepare for a lot more that's taking place in creation, and for us to be focused and okay, realistically. And this is where the systems and the spiritual paths and all that, no, they're just very lost to all this now, because they've just got ideas that they cling to, and that's it. And there's a whole lot more going on, and a lot of variables that you constantly have to deal with, just like any of us. Every day you have variables to deal with, and you have basic ideas that you go to be cool, to be nice to people, sure. But at the same time, you have a right to be creative, defend yourself, and do things that you normally wouldn't do or others wouldn't do, and stand up sometimes when things get strange here, etc. Yeah, and it's not according to any belief system or spiritual ideas or whatever. And this is rather a hard transition as people come into this, because there's just a lot more to it, because everybody brings their ideas into it. And so this is why the Skypes are very beneficial to everybody, because you see all the variables, and there will constantly be this in creation, because it's cause and effect, and you have to deal with it. There's no stability here. And the idea, especially of the religions and many of the spiritual paths, and especially the religions, is that, God is absolute. Here's the Bible. It's all laid out for you. You don't have to think. Well, that's not so. Not at all. And so, yeah, there's just a whole lot more that is not seen. And that's where, again, going to the intuitive senses and getting out of that literal mindset that's personal, and that's okay, being like the sun shining, and at the same time do your personal life, whatever you do, that's all fine. But to have that focus, and from that view, really learn to see what life is all about and take part. So that's a big journey. So in the meantime, we have all these experiences with the personal self, okay? And a lot of it's funny. I go through a lot of funny stuff myself. And I just kind of look at it and it's like, why? But you just go through it and you just like, just like driving down the street, you see all the funny stuff and you just go to your destination, get it done. And, the world and creation is going to do what it's going to do. You are the decider now. And this is a big step for people because, again, they're looking for someone to decide for them, their master, their guru, their God, their Bible, whatever. No such thing. There's none of that. You got to figure it out. You got to learn to see it. So in the meantime, we do this and we figure things out in the personal sense so that this personal side is okay and doesn't get confused with what's going on in the world and with other people because it doesn't make sense. No, just focus on that, deal with it. I deal with it. People attack me. They say things about me, whatever. I don't care. This is a challenge for me. I'm dealing with the governments of the world, which I said many times. And, they've got their ideas of me. And so what? I'll deal with it. That's just how it is. I'm not looking to be liked. It's not about that. I'm not looking to be right. It's not about that. Just be yourself, be cool, and just stay focused and keep going. Because if you quit, if you stop, you got nothing. That's your guarantee. I've said this many times, and it's very real. So things will get more attention in the world, etc., more radical, more creative, etc. All these things are coming, and this is all these little things that you go through and everybody else. It's a preparation for that. Being prepared to be okay. Every single moment being the sun shining. You decide. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you.